Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to Progressive Model School main campus. Today I am here for class 10. My subject is chemistry. Today we are going to start our first chapter of class 10th, which is according to continuity. The chapter number is 9, chemical equilibrium. What does the word equilibrium mean? Equilibrium means a state of balance between two opposite forces. It can be balance between two opposite influences. Here in this picture you can see in a chemical condition or in a chemical equilibrium, when the two reacting species and the product produce, one of the side of a chemical reaction must equal to the other side. This gain of state will cause chemical equilibrium. How these states are achieved, we are going to discuss this concept. Now, starting with the introduction or pre-reading concept. What is a chemical reaction? Where a chemical reaction is where two of the things react together or combine together to form a new thing, to produce a new thing, to synthesize new thing. Or there is word a complete reaction. A complete reaction is a state where all the reacting species, they convert completely into the products without giving any byproducts or without reversing back or without leaving some of the reactants unused. Here what is a chemical reaction is, here the things are reacting, that is CH4 methane plus 2 moles of oxygen. They are combining together, they are reacting together and giving rise to carbon dioxide and water. So things at the chemicals at the left side that are going to combine, they are known as reactants, and the reactions start with these reactants every time, and they combine together and give rise to these things which are products, and the reaction ends up with the formation of products, and it is always placed at the right side. And for equilibrium to be maintained, the reactants and products must be balanced, must be in equal concentration. They should maintain their own balance within a container where the reaction is going to occur, so that equilibrium can be maintained or equilibrium conditions can be achieved. Now, what are the types of reaction? For a general, there is a complete reaction and a reversible reaction. I have told you what is a complete reaction, in which all of the reactants, they have been converted to products. However, there are various reactions, various important chemical reactions in industries, in chemical laboratories, that do not go under completion, and they produce or they give a mixture of reactants and products at the same time. So what type of these reactions are known as where the mixture of reactants and products are placed, and there is a possibility that these reactants and products are in equal concentration or not? Such reactions are known as a reversible reaction. Let us determine it through this. Here, this is an open container containing water. We are providing heat. Here, on providing heat, the water is converting into the vapors, or water is evaporating and leaving and escaping through the open container. Here, when heat is provided, all of the water can be converted into water vapors or gas state. This is going to cause a complete reaction where all of the reactant, that is water molecule, is going to change into gas form. Whereas in closed container, you can see there is a specific quantity of or concentration of water molecules when we are providing heat. some of the water molecules, they are going to change into vapor state, or they are evaporating, and on evaporation they come and stand at the lid of the container. And after some time, when the vapors at this state, they are present in large quantity, they collide with each other, and they need to change their position. So what is going to happen when more of the liquid evaporates? Some of the vapors then try to condense back into the liquid state. Why? Because there is no space for more of the vapors to stand here or to evaporate, and due to collision they cannot exist in the vapor state, so because there is a space empty. Then many of the vapors from this state, they convert them back into this liquid state, and there a time comes where the number of liquid molecules that are changing into the vapor state becomes equal to the number of vapor molecules coming back into liquid state. So in such a condition where a container is closed and we are undergoing a reaction, state come where equilibrium is maintained. How is this maintaining equilibrium maintained? We can say, and such a type of reaction where the reactant is going to form products, and product is again becoming forming back the reactant. Such a reactions are known as a reversible reaction, and when the concentration between the two reactants and products becomes equal, then a reaction equilibrium is maintained, right? Similarly यहाँ पे चेक करें तो this is an open container. Open container को जब आप heat provide करेंगे, the number of water molecules are evaporating and they are not coming back to condense again. Whereas in a closed container, total the number of molecules that are evaporating after some time, when vapor's concentration is high, some of the numbers of vapors, they condense back. Then a state comes where the number of liquid molecule in the container and the number of gas molecule of water that has become vapors, they become equal, and a condition called equilibrium is achieved. Only this equilibrium will be reached when reversible reaction occurs. Reversible reaction, what does the word reversible mean? That is able to move backward, that can move backward to carry a reaction. And how this equilibrium will be reached? When our container is sealed for a chemical reaction. Otherwise, if container is not sealed, we can see a complete reaction is going to occur in such an open container, and all of the reactants is going to convert into products, and we cannot get this products back into reactants. And other several conditions are remain constant, that is temperature, pressure, volume, and liquid concentration. For example, now taking this reaction in an equation form, here it was water in the state of liquid, and it is going to change into gas state, and when equilibrium is achieved, this water is again going back to, with this arrowhead, going back to change into liquid state. Then we can say which situation, how is which among this, which of situation is going back into reverse reaction or equilibrium? This when the container is closed. And how physical equilibrium is achieved? When reaction occurs in a reversible process, then rate of forward reaction becomes equal to rate of reverse reaction. And what is the rate of forward and reverse reaction? यहाँ पे सेट करते हैं rate of forward reaction. Forward reaction mean कि आप initial concentration of reactants is changing into products. This is the forward reaction. as the word show, to move forward, to step ahead. Whereas a reverse reaction, that is, the product that has been formed is going to transform back itself into original reactants. So it is an other reaction, but occurring at the within a same reaction mixture. So to achieve an equilibrium, this forward reaction must equal to reverse reaction. For example, there are 10 molecules of water in the start, and they are going to change into gas state. When all of the 10 of the molecules of water, they have been changed into gaseous state, it is a forward reaction. But there will come a stage when there will be 5 number of moles of liquid and 5 of the number of moles of gas molecules, and among these, when any of one of the molecule from liquid state, it changes back and changes into gas state, then again from here any one of the gas molecule is going to change back into the liquid state. So they are ready to maintain their number of molecules to maintain an equilibrium. Now, what is a reversible reaction? As in the picture you have seen that such a type of reaction in a closed container, they do not undergo completion, that all of the reactants is not going to change into products. Then what is a reversible reaction? There are many chemical reactions that do not undergo completion. So what is going to do with this, or how are we going to define reversible reaction? A reversible reaction is a reaction in which the products can react together to reform the original reactants, or a reaction which proceeds in the forward direction as well as in the reverse direction under the same conditions. Under the same conditions mean that we have the equal concentration, similar conditions for of temperature, pressure, volume in a reaction mixture, is called a reversible reaction. And in such reversible reactions, the reversible changes, they occur simultaneously in both the direction. Simultaneously in both the directions mean changes are going to occur at the same time on both sides, on the sides of reactants and on the sides of products. And various examples of reversible reaction are: sulfur dioxide is going to combine with oxygen making sulfur trioxide, and nitrogen is going to react with hydrogen to form ammonia gas, and nitrogen again is going to react with oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide. And this is the symbol with which we are going to represent the chemical equilibrium, or we are going to denote this reversible reaction, which shows that this reaction can go in forward reaction and this reaction can also move back into the reverse direction. How this equilibrium is going to achieve, or how dynamic equilibrium is achieved, we are going to discuss it in the next lecture. Up till now, I hope you have all understand. Thank you and Allah.